Hello everyone, my name is Lena from Innercompass Yoga. I'm a yoga teacher here in Vancouver. I'm going to offer a 25 to 30 minute practice today focused on calming the nervous system, our pelvic floor, and Apana Vayu Breath. So Apana Vayu Breath is the downward movement of energy. It's a pelvic floor breath. It's different than a Kegel. So I don't call it ever a Kegel. I call it pelvic floor breath or Apana Vayu breath. And on the exhale, it's a lifting and gathering. And on the inhale, it's a softening and releasing. So if you can imagine your diaphragm here, your diaphragm is directly correlated and connected with your pelvic floor, your psoas, your QL, a whole bunch of muscles in and around the body. So as you're breathing, and you can do this little practice with me, and gently close your eyes. And then as you inhale, let your hands lower. And as you exhale, lift them up. That's what's happening inside the body. So as we're breathing, the diaphragm is moving with the pelvic floor. When we bring a conscious, mindful breath into that area, we are gently focusing on activating all of those muscles. So it's a lifting and gathering on the exhale, almost like you're trying to suck up a grape or a blueberry. And I often think of the breath moving all the way up and then all the way back down. Another way you can practice it is with the hands open. So on your exhale, gently closing your hands. And then inhale, open, expand the body, everything softens. Exhale to gently close your hands. Inhale to open, everything softens. Exhale, a little lifting and gathering, activating all those muscles in the pelvic floor, everything from your pubic bone to your tailbone. And then try to explore a few on your own. And let's release that practice. We'll explore this in different movement patterns and in different postures. So today, we're going to need a strap, a soft lacrosse ball, or a tennis ball, or any kind of ball that you have. And then, so I call these a slow-mo ball, so it's a deflated, half-deflated Pilates ball. And then I am using a chip foam block. So instead of a chip foam block, you can also use a blanket, fold it up. So it's about maybe 2 inches. Okay, we'll start on our backs. So take a moment to arrive on your back. And then come into any nourishing movement for your body. Maybe a stretch, maybe you want to point your fingers, point your toes. Maybe a cleansing breath. Gently drawing the knees in, giving yourself a little rock, back and forth, up and down. We'll place hands onto the knees and start to explore a few little circles. Hydrating and nourishing into the hip joint. And then moving in the opposite direction. And let's slowly release that, bringing the feet down onto the mat in constructive rest. Bring your feet out to the width of your mat, cactus your arms, and then slowly, with your breath, let your legs move back and forth. Windshield wiper legs. Draw yourself back through center. You're going to place one hand over the belly, one hand over the heart. Exhale, let everything sink and settle into the energy of the earth. And then start to connect with the rhythm of your breath. Without trying to control or change or manipulate it, just notice. Notice the pace, quality, and consistency. And explore our Apana Vayu breath here. So take a moment, bring your awareness into the pelvic floor. On your exhale, it's a gentle lifting and gathering, keeping the feet rooted, the first dome of our body. Inhale as you soften and release. Exhale, lifting and gathering without squeezing. Inhale to soften and release. There's no gripping, it's just this pulsation with your breath. Explore two more on your own. And then we're going to release that. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice of Sankalpa. It can be as simple as one word: love, presence, patience, connected. And we'll bring the arms down beside us and then start to move through some bridge with movement. On the exhale, press into the earth with your feet and start to lift your hips up towards the ceiling, inviting your arms overhead. Take a full inhale when you arrive at the top. Filling your body. On your exhale, slowly start to bring your body back down towards the earth. Slow, connected movement. Take an inhale at the bottom. Exhale, root through your feet. Draw your body back up. Inhale at the top. Exhaling to lower. Trying to time up the breath with movement. Explore about two more on your own. Trying to move with your exhale. Keeping your eyes closed if that feels comfortable in your body, to bring your awareness interoceptively into your internal landscape. Beautiful. After you finish your last one, bring your feet out to the width of your mat again, cactus your arms, and then let your legs fall to one side for windshield wiper. Take a full breath there. Come back through center to the other side, taking a full breath there. And gently coming back through center. From here, find your purple deflated ball, your slow-mo ball. You're going to root through the feet, lift the hips up, placing that right under your sacrum, lowering the hips back down. Invite a little movement in, maybe a little wiggle back and forth, maybe a nice cleansing breath, exhaling out the mouth. And then slowly start to explore making some little smiles, moving the hips from one side to the other with your breath, nourishing into the sacrum and the low back, connecting here with the water element, your second chakra, fluidity. And then start to explore making some little circles. And slowly switching in the opposite direction. Our second chakra is connected with all our sexual organs, the pelvis, the water element with this creativity and fluidity. It's very yin, very feminine. We'll take the hands onto the hips and then start to explore some pelvic tilts. As you inhale, draw the hips towards your feet. As you exhale, slowly bring them towards your shoulders. Let your breath guide you. Inhale towards your feet, exhaling towards your shoulders. And then we'll release that, inviting the legs up towards the ceiling. If you feel balanced enough, you can invite your arms up. If not, keep them down. I'm giving a little rearrange with my slow-mo ball because sometimes the little white nubby can dig in. So from here, we're supposed to point and flex the hands and the feet, inviting a little bit of movement, make some little circles. And then give everything a little shake out. I'm going to come into some starfish with Apana Vayu Breath. So keeping that little bend into the knees, almost like you're holding a beach ball in your arms with your breath. Inhale to open, gently bring the arms and legs up. Exhale to slowly bring everything back through center. Moving with your breath. Inhale. Exhaling back through center. Nice, slow, steady breath. As you exhale, inviting that Apana Vayu Breath, lifting and gathering. Inhale to open and release. Exhale to lift and gather, trying to connect to your deep core. Explore one more. Inhale to open and release. Exhale, a little lifting and gathering as you draw everything in. Bring the knees in, give yourself a little hug, a little rock. And the lower one foot down at a time. Let's extend the legs and the arms. Give your whole body a stretch. Stretching right into the front of the hips as well. Bending your legs, root through your feet, lift your hips up, remove your slow-mo ball, placing it to the side. Find your chip foam block. We're going to lower the hips right onto it. So the chip foam block will be right under your sacrum, so there's a little bit of height. I'm going to come into a Tensegrity movement to work our transverse abdominals and to also hydrate our fascial system. Let's bring the legs up. Take your ball, placing it right in between the legs, and then the feet can come down. Arms are coming up towards the ceiling, placing them right onto the elbows. Exhale to soften everything into the earth. Feel that energy move downward on your exhale. From here, inhale, arms are going to come to one direction, legs in the opposite. Exhaling back through center. So to move with your breath, trying to keep your sacrum rooted onto the block. So notice if you're coming off too much and the body is falling all the way off. It's not a very large movement, keeping everything in the core knitted together. And then let's slowly release that, coming back through center. We're going to lower the feet down. The block is still under the sacrum as long as that feels okay. We're going to do a modified sit-up. So this is a Tensegrity movement as well.
So keeping the inside of the legs active, take your hands, bring them right behind the head, soften through the shoulders, looking up towards the ceiling, keeping your feet nice and grounded. We'll start with an exhale. Exhale to settle in. Inhale, slowly come up. So it's a little bit of a crunch, not a very big crunch. Exhale to lower down. Sorry, exhale to come up. We're inhaling to lower down. Connect with that breath. Exhale to come up. Notice if the elbows start to come towards each other. Try to keep them open. Last one. Beautiful, release that. Legs are gonna come up, and then from here, keeping them at about 90 degrees, we're gonna take the hands, place them onto the outside of the legs. The strap is here also in case you want to explore strapping the legs. So that's always an option, and if you don't today, maybe you can explore that another day. It allows for a little bit more support and connection, and then it takes the upper body out. So other option is to press into the outside. We're coming into whale tail. So from here, we're going to start to explore one leg at a time. Again, this is a nice slow movement. Connecting into the core. We'll do one more. Keep pressing into the legs, and then even notice if you stop how that connects into the core. You can invite your Apana Vayu breath in as well. I'm exhaling as I lift. Inhaling as I lower and soften. It's a little bit more advanced when you bring the breath in as well. So just check in if that's too much. Let go of the breath and just focus on the movement. Keeping the sacrum rooted. We'll do two more. Beautiful. Slowly release that. Let's give the whole body a stretch. You can keep the block under the sacrum if that feels okay in your body. Give everything a little wiggle. Root your feet down, lift your hips up, place that to the side. Last movement on our backs, we're going to bring the feet together into a cobbler or butterfly position. And so just notice in your body if that feels okay. And then we're going to press the feet together and lift the body up. So from here, press your feet together, feel that activating into the glutes, into your core, and then lift your hips up. Take a full breath, and then lower back down slowly. Let's do two more. Activate through your feet. Lifting up. I'll guide through my breath. So I'm pressing in, exhale, lifting up on my exhale. Take a full inhale at the top. Just like the bridge, exhale as I lower. Bring the knees together. I like to draw them into my chest. So come into any little movement here. I'm going to place the hands underneath and rock all the way up. Transitioning to hands and knees. So take your time. Now root through hands and knees. And then start to move through some cat-cow. So inhale to draw your body forward. Exhale to arch through your spine. Moving with your breath. Connecting into this movement, this breath body practice.
And then start to explore maybe moving the hips from side to side, maybe into a full little circle.
Whatever feels nourishing for your body in this moment. We're going to root the hands down, really pressing into the earth, curling your toes under, and then exhale to bring yourself into a downward facing dog. Slowly start to pedal the legs out, gently bending one leg and the other, looking towards the thighs. And then we'll start to rock up onto the toes and back down. That little forward and back movement. And then gently bend one leg, start to straighten your other leg. Soften here, we're taking the full breath here. Let's release that, coming to the other side. And then release that. You're gonna come through a nice slow flow, moving with your breath. Inhale to draw your body forward into plank. So notice if the hips are dipping down, try to keep them active, press into the earth. You're gonna lower onto the knees, lower your whole body down towards the earth. We'll start to move through some baby cobras. So press the tops of your feet down. On your inhale, rise up. Exhale to lower. Working the back body. Bring your fingertips outside of your mat. Root the fingertips in. Inhale to rise up. Exhale as you lower down. Following your breath. This time we're going to place one hand on top of the other. Forehead is going to come onto your hands. Root down through the top of your left foot and then bring your right up. Lower the right down, root down, left is going to come up. Nice and active into the glutes, through the back body, moving with your breath. Root down, lift your right. Trying not to grip. We're going to come into full locust. So from here, reach your hands towards your feet. On your inhale, lift your upper and lower body. Option to keep the hands beside you or clasp them and press them away from you. Lowering down, bring your hands underneath your body. Inhale to come up into tabletop. Exhale, hips are coming towards the heels into child's pose. Reaching your hands forward, let everything sink and settle into the energy of the earth here. We'll take a few breaths. Try to really fill into the back body. Bringing your forehead all the way to the ground. We'll explore a few Apana Vayu breaths here. So as you exhale, gently lift and gather through the pelvic floor. Inhale to soften and release. Exhale to lift and gather. Inhale as you soften and release. Explore about 2 more with your own breath. Let's release that. Walk your hands to one side of your mat, coming into a lateral stretch. Invite your breath into your side body. And slowly come back through center to the other side. And slowly come back through center and bring yourself up into seated. We come into a forward fold here, so a one-legged forward fold. Let's give a little release into the neck first, so gently draw your ear to your shoulder. Tent the fingers out. Slowly look down towards the earth and back up. One more.
Inhale back through center to the other side, ear to shoulder, 10 feet opposite fingers out. Slowly invite a little bit of movement, looking towards the earth. And back up. One more. Coming back through center, we'll gently draw the chin towards the chest. And taking your right leg, bring it in, extend your left leg out. We're going to place the strap onto the bottom of our foot. We're going to come into an active and passive forward fold. So from here, looking towards your foot, lengthen up with your spine, soften the shoulders, allowing everything to settle into the back body. Feeling the core active. Feeling the whole body working together. And then coming into a passive pose, so looking towards your foot. As you exhale, you can slowly start to bring yourself forward. Softening the shoulders. You can release the strap if you like and bring your hands beside you. On your next inhale, gently bring yourself up through center. We'll come to the other side. Bend your left in towards you. The strap is going to come onto your right. Toes up towards the ceiling. Soften the shoulders down. Find length through your spine. Coming into a more active pose. The whole body is working together. Nice, slow, steady breath. And then gently look towards your foot as you exhale, coming into a passive pose. Soften through your shoulders. And take a few breaths into the back body. Nice, slow, steady breath. Releasing tension through the forehead and jaw and into the low belly. Beautiful. Slowly start to bring yourself back up. We'll release that, placing that to the side. Bend your legs. You're going to come into a reverse tabletop. Hands are going to be behind you, fingers pointing towards your toes. And then as you exhale, press yourself up. I'll demonstrate sideways so you can see a little bit better. As you exhale, press yourself up, and then the head can go either looking towards your knees, up towards the ceiling, or back. We're going to lower the hips down, lower the whole body down, slowly though, using the core. So root through your feet, soften, make sure you have your ball close beside you, and then as you exhale, slowly, nice and controlled, bring your body down. Beautiful. We're going to come into a QL release, quadriceps, which is a muscle that is connected into the diaphragm and very connected into our psoas as well. So where you want to place the ball, I'm just going to demonstrate first. So you want it to be above your hip bone, above the pelvis, but on the outside of the spine. Quite a deep muscle, so we'll just explore getting into there. Let's start with the right side. So find your spot. You may not notice a lot yet, and you may. Every body is different, and every side of our body is different. So from there, start to draw the right knee in towards your chest. Letting everything settle into the earth, and then from there, you can do a little gentle rocking. I like to rock all the way onto the side to really get into it. With my breath, sometimes I pause, bringing the knee towards the outside. If you want to get deeper, you're going to press into the foot and start to lift your hips up.
Depending what's going on in my body, sometimes that feels too intense. You want to feel the sensation, but not have it so much where it's affecting your breath, creating you to hold your breath. Maybe you want to place it a little bit lower, right? I like to often place it right at the top of my pelvis. Take a few more breaths here. And let's slowly release that side. Taking the ball out, we'll bring it onto the left. Find your spot and then gently bring the knee towards your face. From there, you can invite a little gentle rocking, just to check in and allow your body to receive the ball. Right? Notice if there's any gripping or holding. And then start to explore a little bit more movement. So whatever will feel nourishing in your body. Sometimes if the obliques are a little bit weak, this muscle will overcompensate and can get quite tight. Or if there's an imbalance in the pelvis or pelvic floor. And then you may want to press into the foot and lift up into it a little bit. I'm going to place it a little bit lower, more towards the top of my pelvis, and just explore that area. And then let's slowly release that. Coming onto your back, we'll come into a final twist and then Shavasana. So from here, I'm going to guide through the legs together. So drawing the legs up and then bringing them to the side. You can place a little block right in between, cactusing the arms or opening them out. Maybe even looking in the opposite direction. If this twist doesn't feel good in your body, come into any one that will. On your next inhale, draw your body back through center. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring it out to the other side. Let the legs come to the other side. Same thing, either arms can be out or cactus. You can look towards the ceiling or in the opposite direction. Letting everything settle. And then slowly start to bring yourself back through center. I'm going to place the block underneath my head for a little bit of support. Just notice if that will feel good in your body. Arriving into Shavasana. So maybe coming into constructive rest like I am with your feet rooted and your legs bent. Maybe you want to straighten your legs out or place your legs onto a chair or table. Hands can either be on your body or beside you. Closing your eyes. Connecting again with the slow rhythm of your breath. Gentle inhale. And gentle exhale. Noticing if there's any residual tension in the body. See if you can let it surrender into the energy of the earth beneath you.
Letting go a little more with each exhale. Surrendering a little deeper into stillness. Allowing the body to become heavier and heavier. Now slowly start to rub the hands together so that you feel warmth and energy. And gently placing one hand onto your heart, one on your belly. And take a moment here to seal your practice off, however that is. A breath, a word, a phrase, anything at all. On your next exhale, let that go and start to invite some movement into your body. Maybe wiggling your toes or your feet or your hands or your wrists. Maybe coming into a stretch. And then eventually rolling to your side, bringing yourself up into seated. We'll end our practice together. Taking your time, no rush. The hands can either come onto the legs or into Anjali Mudra at the heart, whatever you feel more connected with. We'll gently bow the head, connecting the qualities of the mind, qualities of our hearts. Love, compassion, forgiveness, gratitude, and acceptance. Honoring the love and light that resides within all of us. Knowing that we are all whole and complete, exactly as we are. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for joining.